Hey everyone, Roger here from Ask the Car Experts YouTube channel, and it's starting to be that time of year. We're starting to get colder and winter's right around the corner, and I wanted to talk to you about something that's very important if you're going to be storing your vehicle or storing fuel for the winter. Zion wanted to be part of this video, so there he is with a container of Sta-bil fuel stabilizer. All right, good boy, Z. Question is, should you treat your fuel with a fuel stabilizer? If you're storing your vehicle like this Z3, which I know this project's going to probably take longer than I expected to just because I don't have a lot of time, should you be adding a fuel stabilizer? Zion wants to play. We'll play in a minute, okay, buddy? So for this particular vehicle, I'm going to want to add a fuel stabilizer. This would just be like you're going to store your vehicle for the winter. So any BMW or anything like this, I would highly recommend that you use a fuel stabilizer in the fuel. Ethanol can cause some problems in vehicles, and the fuel stabilizer can help your fuel stay fresh for up to 24 months. So when you go to start the car, you'll be good to go. Adding it to your vehicle is not a big deal. You can pour it right into the fuel tank, but what I'd recommend is running your car for 5 to 10 minutes or take it for a drive. Just figure out how much fuel is in your fuel tank, fill it up, put the fuel stabilizer and run it for 5 to 10 minutes so that it gets cycled in. You know, the fuel system will get pulled from the pump, get sent up, get put onto the saddle side, return side of the fuel tank, and then there's a siphon jet that actually siphons it over to the fuel pump side. That's how most BMWs work. All right, so back to your home equipment, like my generator. So this is my generator shed. I've been treating my generator with Sta-bil since it was new. There's a few things you have to watch out for if you haven't been treating your equipment since it was new. The first thing you want to run is a fuel injection cleaner, which is going to clean the carburetor and remove any kind of tarnish or gum, because this is actually going to release that tarnish and gum, and it could cause clogging. So you want to remove as much tarnish and gum from your system first with just a fuel injection cleaner, which I'll put a link for a fuel injection cleaner in the corner if you need some of that stuff. But then once you're treating your fuel and you're storing your equipment, it will then stay fresh for up to 24 months. Now I'm going to go ahead and start this up, and we'll see if I'm right. This has been stored for, I don't know, I've had this for about 5 years, and I've been using a fuel stabilizer since the beginning, and I've never had a problem starting this unit, even though it's been stored for long periods of time. Now, most regular fuel has additives, but storing your vehicle over the winter can lead to some major problems if you're leaving it stored for a long period of time, even until the spring. Also, there's a lot more ethanol in fuel, which can cause issues. You can prevent costly repairs just by some basic things, basic maintenance, and treating your fuel correctly. Now, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I know that Sta-bil works, and the type that I use, it lasts for 24 months. It's a certain kind of Sta-bil. It's Sta-bil storage, and I treat all of my fuel for all of my equipment, and I've never had a problem. I know many, even BMW technicians, that say they have a problem because they don't treat their fuel and the fuel just sits. A very common thing lately is, because the cost of fuel is so much, people have been using their stored fuel in BMWs, and I've actually had a bunch of cars come into the shop. It's just bad fuel. You know, take the fuel out and we have it sit in a container. You can see the separation of the fuel. You can see the ethanol and the main fuel separate, and you know that you have bad fuel. Pretty costly repair to have to drain the fuel tank and then have to refill it, maybe even replace the fuel pump because the fuel wasn't treated and the vehicle sat, or you used bad fuel. Now, I could take this container and put it into any of my vehicles and know it's perfectly safe, even though I've stored this since last year, but I want to use this up because I want to start fresh for this year and make sure that my fuel is ready for the season. Now, I thought of making this video because it is maintenance time for my equipment at home. Because it's starting to get colder, I always do an oil change on my equipment about now and have all my fuel ready to go. That way I don't have to worry about it during the winter time, and I'm just ready to go. Of course, they're doing tree work today on my road. There's always something going on. So let's just see if this fires up, right? I have to turn it on. I always have this shut off because I do let it run down and stall itself out. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in the start position, and let's see if she fires up.
Now
I'm not trying to sell you on this particular brand. There's other brands out there that you can use. This is just the one that I've been using for a very long time, and I know that it does work. I would recommend it. I thought I'd just share this information with you because a lot of people don't know, does this truly work and is this truly beneficial? In my opinion, it absolutely is. What do you think, Zion? Would you use it too? Now I'm just running my generator for a bit to warm it up before I do the oil change on it. Now Sta-bil does make one more product. It's a Sta-bil 360. That is something you can use at every fill up, and it helps prevent damage caused from ethanol, which, you know, BMWs, you should have a max of 10% ethanol, and I feel like they're increasing the ethanol content, and I think they're supposed to be going higher than 10%. So I'm not sure what people are going to do at that point. You're going to need to maybe use a stabilizer anyways, but ethanol can cause some damage to your engine. Fuel treatments and injection cleanings really do work. It can absolutely prolong the life and the power of your engine. Hope you found this information helpful. Please remember to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Have you been using Sta-bil on your home equipment and maybe even in your vehicle, or what product do you prefer? I'd love to check it out, and I'd love to hear your opinion as well. I will talk to you all soon. Everybody, take care.